I open up the meeting by asking each team member, what are you grateful for today? Right? So just remembering what you're grateful for, and that you're lucky to sit here and be making $5 for editing this video. Some people are out there doing manual labor for less. All right, so just being grateful for that. I like to read books. I think books really help you get more morale, to hear other people's story, to know like what I'm doing is not in vain. That's the same reason we watch movies, is for escapism, right? So watching, I'm a Kanye fan, judge me, but I like Kanye, and his documentary just came out, and just seeing how delusional he was about his success when he didn't have success, like motivates me to have success. I think I have on there under tips is handwritten notes. So for me, I decided to go to therapy and seek counseling back in 2019, right? So I'm the leader of my business, CEO of the business. I'm also a leader of my family, and oftentimes as males, we are sought to be the leaders, right? But anybody know Charlemagne the God, right? He has a book about mental health and seeking therapy. And one of the things that, it was a big quote in his book, is who does the go-to guy go to, right? So, hey, when you're the leader of your family, when you're the leader of your business, when you're the leader in your community, who do you go to when you have issues, when you need to talk and communicate, right? So that's why I chose to seek therapy. And one of the things that the therapist said was to use handwritten notes. For me, I'd had, some success in academics. I graduated early, magna cum laude, all that stuff. And one of I think the reasons I was good in college was the fact that I took handwritten notes, right? For every class, I had spiral books. I know Miss Harris gets on y'all, handwritten notes, right? I remember on the move-in day, she talked about, hey, what does the M in Marshall Eagle stand for, right? Handwritten notes. So all throughout school, I took handwritten notes. Even right now in business, Jonathan's one of my business partners back there. He sees me. I have those legal pads. Y'all know what the legal pads are that you flip with the yellow legal paper? I have eons of them in my room, and I just write everything. Before I go to a meeting, I'm writing down questions I think I need to ask people. At the meeting, my client's talking to me, I'm writing down questions, right? So I've always had these handwritten notes, but I never used that practice for like my personal relationships or when I needed to communicate with people. And I was like, well, if it's working in one area, do you think it'll work in another area? So I started to use it. If I had to have a crucial conversation with a family member, right? You want to talk about substance abuse or things that you're disagreeing with your family. You want to talk to your, significant other about some things that's going on in the relationship. A lot of times we go into those conversations not knowing exactly what we want to say. The little frog getting in your throat. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The little frog getting in your throat. It helps to be able to write those thoughts out before you have that conversation, and make sure you just go through everything on the paper. Right? If there's anything that you take away from me talking about communication, listening, and seeking to understand and to be understood, it's to write handwritten notes, because it's going to help you to understand what people are saying, because you're writing down what they're saying. It's also going to help you to be understood more, because you can articulate what you're trying to convey if you write it down. But for me, what I did, I'm just going to go be better than all of you. I'm going to go put in the work. And there's a quote that say like, hey, you will build confidence when you build competencies. Go out there and make better films than everybody else. Go out there and develop your skills. And then you'll walk in a room and know that, hey, when I go to this film festival, I'm finishing top 3 and I'm not finishing second or third. And then that's going to give you the confidence and keep your head up. So I'm a sports guy. I got that competitive fervor, and that works for me. So. How's it going, guys? I'm back with secrets for personal success as an entrepreneur. And today, my secret is meditation. Personally, I use transcendental meditation. To learn more about transcendental meditation, I recommend reading the book Stress Less and Accomplish More by Emily Fletcher. This is how my meditation routine looks. In the morning, one of the first things I do is go to my office to meditate. I found a comfy chair. I sit there for about 15 minutes and I do what they call a mantra. You say one word in your head. You'll learn about that when you look up transcendental meditation. And then I think about goals that I want to manifest, and I also practice mindfulness. I know a lot of individuals may say meditation may not be for them. They may have tried it. It's impossible to clear your thoughts, or that it just doesn't work. I'm not going to go through the empirical evidence on why it works, because you can Google that. But the anecdotal evidence from myself personally is that it works 100%. It helps you to be able to think better. It helps you to be able to control your emotional responses. And it also just gives you more energy. I recommend each of you to go out there, try meditation. And like I said, the kind that I like is transcendental meditation. They had a delayed gratification study. They did 3-year-olds. They put them in a room. They set them at a table for like 10 minutes, and they put a marshmallow on the table. And if they grabbed the marshmallow, they didn't get any more marshmallows. But if they were able to wait the 10 minutes and not grab the marshmallow, they gave them a full bag of marshmallows. Right? right? So they went back and studied these people's success rates, both personally and professionally, 25 years later. And the ones that was able to wait for the full bag of marshmallows was exponentially more successful than the ones who took the one marshmallow, right? So delayed gratification is the idea of giving up some pleasure, fun, and instant gratification in lieu of having later success.
The hardest and the best part of business are people, right? People are the hardest part about business. Understanding how to navigate different personality types, understanding how to navigate people's feelings, emotions. That's the hardest part about business. But the most rewarding part about business is also people, right? Jonathan was there when we gave a gift to Eric Kendricks, right? We're at this guy's house, millionaire NFL player, and to be able to give him a gift as a thank you for allowing us to film him for 3 days in California. The way his face lit up, the dude running guy gave me a hug. It's COVID. Y'all here giving people hugs. That's like the best part of my job. Yeah, we made a cool video, but it's all about people. With that being said, the communication, hugely important. To be able to convey your message is extremely important, but to also be able to step back, process, and understand someone else's message is also important.